Very exciting. Joy Taylor is joining me. Joy, how are you?
I'm great. It's the little things for me. Like lemon pepper wings and a very busy NFL news day.
Wow.
This morning, yes.
So Deshaun Watson has officially requested a trade from the Texans per league sources. Now, let's just start with this. This doesn't happen. You sign in the NFL after your contract, they extend you, then you're franchise tagged. You don't get 25-year-old star quarterbacks on the market. This does not happen. Ever. The last, quote, star quarterback on the market was Kirk Cousins. All right? In the history of the NFL, this doesn't happen. He wants out. So now, that's the first thing. This is unbelievable. The second thing is this. He's got a no-trade clause. He has to approve it. So let's just not make up crazy scenarios. He's not going where he doesn't want to go. There are 8 teams that will be at least talking about it. I'm not going to count the Colts because the Texans are not going to trade him in division and play him twice a year. I'm not counting them. And I'm not counting the Saints, who are $100 million over the cap, so they can't sign an expensive quarterback. Okay, just take them out. Here's the 8. Jets, Miami, New England, Carolina, 49ers, Washington, and Chicago. Now, I'm going to put them in order. As if I'm Deshaun Watson. I'm not saying the team that has the picks that can make it work. I'm Deshaun Watson. What would I choose based on a variety of factors? Number 1 would be San Francisco by a mile. Okay, they are, without Deshaun Watson, a top 5 Super Bowl favorite next year. They just had bad injuries. They lost their quarterback. They are stacked, and they're not real happy with Jimmy Garoppolo. So in terms of, I just want to go to a team that can win, they got everything. They are, and after San Francisco, the next 7 I'm going to list, there's a but. I'm Deshaun Watson. I'd go Miami second. Why? I got a really good defense and a really good coach. But they are rebuilding their offensive line. But I don't love their ownership group. Number 3 would be New England. Best football coach ever. Above average defense. Offensive line talent's not bad at all. But they have no weapons. And that division's getting better. They got no weapons. They got no tight ends. They got no wide receivers. They have no star backs. Number 4 would be Washington. But don't love the owner. A lot of dysfunction. You get a great defense. Bunch of first-round picks up front. You got a really good young receiver. And you get a grown-up, an adult, Ron Rivera, who's got a long contract. So he's going to be there a while. That gives me coaching stability. Number 5, and then it gets interesting. Denver is interesting. I really like their young tight end. I really like their young receivers. They've got some really interesting pieces on this roster. I really like them. But Vic Fangio's in his 60s. He's probably an 0-4 start from being fired. John Elway is no longer the GM. They've hired a new guy. But I do like their wide receiving weapon talent. Number 6, I'd go Chicago. Love their defense. Love the city. But the GM and the coach are on the hot seat. They could both be gone by Thanksgiving. I don't like that instability. I get to face Aaron Rodgers twice a year. Be good for my PR, my billboard campaigns. I mean, let's face it, twice a year I'm in the biggest NFL game of the weekend. That'd be awesome for my marketing, my PR. Number 7, Carolina. I really like their coach, and they got some nice weapons. But they're in a total rebuild. You're going to be in shootouts almost every week. Christian McCaffrey, sensational. I really like their weapons. But it's a rebuild. It's a rebuild job. And we don't know if Matt Rule's great yet. I think he is, but I don't know he is. And then number 8, and this is why it's fantastic theater. The Jets have nothing I would want. I want a dependable head coach, ownership, and front office stability and weapons. Jets don't have any of it. But of all the teams, this works best. They could give the Texans Sam Darnold. They could give the Texans Sam Darnold and the number 2 pick, so you get Zach Wilson. The Jets makes the most sense by a mile, and I think Deshaun would make it work. And Deshaun has said, I like Robert Saleh. But what is fascinating about this, the Jets are the worst choice, but they're the one organization that the Texans can call and get a future star quarterback, a bunch of first, second, and third round picks. I don't have to play him in division. I won't have to see him very often. In fact, I could get Sam Darnold for a year and a number 2 pick. And then when the number 2 pick's ready to play, I could trade Sam Darnold and get more picks. The Jets make the most sense by a mile, and I think it would be fascinating. But in terms of I'm Deshaun Watson and what I as a quarterback would want, Jets would be 8th. I mean, seriously, ownership do you trust? Front office do you know? Robert Saleh, who knows? Weapons bad, O-line bad. They have one workable running back. They got nothing. But my guess is this morning, the Jets are in the hunt very early for this. We got a 25-year-old star quarterback available to the market. That does not happen in the National Football League. It does not happen. It's crazy. The last star available was Kirk Cousins. All right, so yesterday I talked about something. I called it the mythology of talent. I always hear about talent. Oh, this guy's talented. That guy's talented. Do you win games? So according... based on a variety of factors. Number 1 would be San Francisco by a mile. Okay, they are, without Deshaun Watson, a top 5